coming at you from Sydney, Australia, and it's an absolutely beautiful day today. I'm so glad we're over all that whole few weeks that we had constant rain. It's a really sunny, beautiful day today. And I wanted to shoot this video message for you. A lot of partners that I work with, it's a problem that they often encounter, and I know it's something that I struggled with when I was first started a home business, and I know that it might be something that you struggle with in looking at starting a home business, or maybe you struggle with it now in not even in your own home business, just in life in general. And it's on the topic of procrastination. Now, what I find is I'm a bit of a perfectionist in the way that I like to know that when I do something, I'm going to be good at it. And if I'm not sure if I'm going to be good at it, I often tend to procrastinate. It's funny because my mum always says that when I was little, whenever I was practicing like a new word or a new skill, I would always go like into my bedroom and go and practice and make sure I could master it first before going and showing the world, sort of thing, that I could actually do it. I like to know that I can be successful and do something before I actually try it out. But when you're in a home business or starting a new venture or a new thing, you can't necessarily do that. And one of the problems that I often encountered during my childhood and adolescent and even to this day is that when I don't know that I can excel in something, I do tend to procrastinate. So over the years, I have managed to acknowledge that that is one of my weaknesses, and I've had a lot of coaches work with me and come up with strategies to help me overcome procrastination. So what I thought I'd do is I'll shoot this video message with you and share a few of the tips that I apply into my business and what made the difference, why when I know that I'm coming to that point of procrastination, the things that I actually put in place to help me get out of it, because I know if I don't actually do the skills, I'm not going to get the results that I want. And it's one of those things where I use procrastination as a way to, like, if I put it off, then I won't face failure. But putting it off also means that I'm not going to achieve my goal. So it's really important to not procrastinate. So first off, some signs. One of the things that one of my mentors suggested to me was to really look at every time I hear myself say, I'll do that later, or I'll do that tomorrow, or I'm tired, or oh, I've got a headache, or normally it has something to do with your feeling. So if I kind of hear something come out of my mouth saying, I feel a bit sick today, or I'm too tired today, or I'm too busy today. All of those excuses are normally to do with me procrastinating, and then I'll go, rather than doing what I really need to be doing to start getting results, the things that actually scare me and push me out of my comfort zone, I'll rather than spend time doing things that I know I can do well at. So, what I want you to do is over the next week, really take notice of when you come up with excuses to put things off, and I want you to write it down. Write down what it is that you actually said to yourself. So it might have been, Christy, I'm tired today, I'll do it tomorrow. So I'd write it down. And then next to it, write down what you put off. What you're going to do at the end of the week is have a look at it. You'll probably find that it's the same thing that you keep putting off over and over and over again. And the reason is, it's probably to do with you're scared of failing, or you want to excel at it. The good news is every single successful person has heaps more failures than they have had success. So don't be scared of failing. If you want to change your current situation right now, it's really important to do the activities that are going to get you there. And they're your income producing activities, and they're probably the activities that you're procrastinating on. So, first thing, identify and know when you're putting things off. Identify what activities they are, which is over the next 7 days doing that. Over the 7 days, doing a journal and keeping track of your excuse and what it is that you're putting off. Once you know that, then that's when you can come up with a plan of attack. So what was suggested to me to do next is, once I know what I'm putting off and what is is pushing me out of my comfort zone, so I'm doing other things that are not necessarily going to make me money, and I'm putting off the things that are going to make me money. What I was told to do next is, once I've got that list of things that I was putting off, is when you're in your own home business, it is so much easier to procrastinate and put things off that you don't want to do, rather than in a job. Let me explain a bit. See, when you're in a job, you have set hours you need to work. You have deadlines that you need to meet. You have a boss that if you don't meet these deadlines, you could get fired, you could lose your job. Where when you're in your own home business and your own boss, then you don't have set hours that you necessarily work. You don't have someone that's going to fire you. You're not going to get in trouble for not doing things. And that is when procrastination can really kick in. So the next thing that I want you to do is to really start looking at your business like you're an employee in your business. Now, I know that sounds crazy because you got into your own business to be your own boss. But when you're first starting out, it's really important to have a schedule and to treat your business like a real business, or if you're an employee as such. So for the next 7 days, work out the hours that you're going to work. So write down, Monday I'm going to work this many hours. I'm going to work between here and here. I'm going to Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, if you're working weekends. So work out exactly the hours that you're going to work and put it into your calendar. The next thing is to go back to that list of what you were procrastinating with and schedule it in. Say, on Monday I'm going to do this activity, Tuesday, so schedule it in. Now here is the really important part. If you were in a job and there was a task that was set for you and you had 2 days to complete it, what would happen if you didn't complete it? You'd get in trouble, right? So I want you to come up with a punishment for yourself, or in trouble as such, of something that you're going to miss out on if you don't complete it. So it might just be an activity that you were looking forward to doing on the weekend, or something like that you're going to miss out on if you don't, at the end of the next 7 days, complete all of the things that you had put off the previous week. Now the flip side of the coin is, I want you to also come up with a reward. So a reward that you're really looking forward to, so that over the next 7 days you're doing those activities that you've been procrastinating about, that at the end of the 7 days, when you've actually done them and completed them, there's a little reward that you can do yourself. So it might be even just like a family dinner, or getting your hair cut, or going to the movies, or it could be something, buying yourself a special present, or doing something special for yourself. It doesn't have to cost money if you're on a tight budget, or if you're happy to spend a little bit of money to reward kind of jumping through one of the biggest hurdles that people face when they're starting a home business, then that's fair enough to go out and spend a little money on yourself there as well. So let's recap. Over the next 7 days, I want you to start taking notice of the things that you keep saying, I'm going to do later, or I'm going to do tomorrow, or I'll do next week. Write it down. Write what you said to yourself. Whether it's, I've got a headache, or I'm just too tired today, or I've got friends coming over today, I can't do it today. Whatever the excuse is, write it down and write down what you're putting off. Then the following 7 days, you've already scheduled your work days and your work hours that week. Slip into those work hours the activities that you put off. Come up with a consequence that's going to happen if you don't complete them. Come up with a reward if you complete it. So I suggest to begin with to do it over a week. But if you're finding that you're really, really bad at procrastinating, then you might have to bring that reward a little bit closer. Let me show you an example. When I used to be a special education teacher, and when I'm working on changing a negative behaviour in a student with special needs, what I would do is when I first started working with them, I'd do one activity, a reward. one activity, a reward. Then once they're kind of getting that on board, what then I'll do is I'll do 2 activities reward. 2 activities reward. Then I know they're doing it. Then I extend it further to 3 activities, 4 activities, 5 activities, and then all of a sudden I've got a whole day of activities and they're only getting 1 reward in the day. So if you're someone that you're finding that a week to get your reward or a week to get your consequence is too much and you're not coping, then go back. Start at the beginning and do a day. One day, set the one thing that you've been putting off that you're going to complete that day. Give yourself a reward at the end of that day. It might even just be watching a movie or a TV show, or there's something little like that. But something that's a reward, acknowledging that you've actually gone that extra effort and broken through a struggle and something that you've been procrastinating about. Then go, and maybe you do that for a week where you're doing 1 day reward. The following week, try to up it to 2 days. 2 days and a reward, 2 days and a reward. And then to go up and up it to 3 days reward, 3 days reward, up till you're getting to like a week and a reward. And then you might actually find that you can only need to reward yourself every 2 weeks or once a month, or you'll find that happy medium for you that works best for you. Because the most important thing is that first 90-day period of starting a home business. That's the most important time, and it's going to be in those first 90 days when you're going to come across a lot of procrastinating, because there's going to be activities that are going to push you way out of your comfort zone, and they're the activities that we all, even myself, like to put off. But they're the activities that's the difference between someone that's failing online and someone that's having success. So use the tips that I've just presented with you to help you be one of the ones that actually gets results, because you're doing those income producing activities. You're pushing yourself out of your comfort zone. It's not easy to push yourself out of your comfort zone. For some people, it comes naturally. Some people are just like risk takers and they just like pushing themselves out of their comfort zone every single day. Me, not so good. Like I said, I'm a perfectionist and I like to know that I'm going to excel in something before I do it. It's one of my weaknesses. But I still manage to have success by having fabulous mentors that taught me the strategies that I've just spoken to you about. So go and apply them. Don't put things off. If you're saying that you're putting it off, it's most likely it's one of the most important parts of having results in your business. So don't put them off. Go out, apply what I just shared, and let me know how you go with it. Let me know if you're struggling with parts. I can give you some tips on maybe activities or breaking it down further. If you're excelling with it and you're kind of like getting the results, then great, share it with me and let me know. And guys, the thing is, you're not going to be perfect every day. There's some days where you, even with what I've just set up and told you about, even there's days that I still now have a whole day where I'm just having a shitty crap day and I put things off. But the difference is it's not putting off the same activity, and it doesn't go for days on end. I might just have a crap day, so I just don't get anything done that day, but then I'm up and going again the following day. And that's how I want to get you to, where you're allowed shit days. People, we are allowed crappy days. And so don't beat yourself up about if you're having a crappy day and you've put things off. What's more important is that you've got an action plan and something in place to make sure that it's only the odd days that you're having these crappy days and you're procrastinating on. It's not a continuous thing in your business. So there you go, guys. There's my procrastination remedy. Go and apply it, and I will see you in my next video message. Bye bye.